Are you currently transporting yourself in a strong, sleek Ferrari? Or are you barely getting around in a clunky old clunker? Your body is a vehicle for your perfect soul. You perfect being you already know the answer to this because the answer lies in the type of fuel that you put in your vehicle. Our vehicles are our bodies and our bodies are our vehicles because our soul needs something to get around on this earth. And our bodies are the gift that we were given to do just that. People marvel over the latest smart TV, the newest self-driving Tesla, or a human robot. But really, our bodies are the most technologically advanced machines there are. They're so precious. And your vehicle is here to help your own perfect soul get around on this planet and help you fulfill your own personal mission from God. Now, in our early childhood experiences, we may have traumas or difficult experiences that have led us to believe that we are not as perfect as we really are. We develop these negative self-concepts that end up manifesting as treating our vehicles in a way that's not really ideal for their operation. For example, we may fall prey to addictions and maybe drink too much alcohol or smoke too much tobacco or eat too much food or engage in promiscuity, addiction to prescription drugs or addiction to street drugs. These things are all there to keep us from our highest power. These things are all here to separate ourselves from who we truly are. And all of these things cause corrosion to our precious vehicle. So while we might be born in a Ferrari, we end up driving a clunky old clunker. And many people treat their real cars better than they treat their own human vehicle. They will buy the best fuel, the top-notch fuel. They'll get their oil changes on time with the best oil. They'll do all these things to keep their car in shape. But when it comes to their own vehicle of their soul, they just trash it with junk food and fast food and processed foods. Foods that are nasty, all kinds of nasty sauces and other things that they should not be eating, like that gas station hot dog. Gross. So we really need to be thinking about how to treat our own vehicles in the best way possible so that we don't experience breakdowns along the way. One of the main ways that we can do this is to give our own bodies the best fuel there is, and that is God's food. God's food is the food that grows from the earth. It's fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds grown organically and not sprayed with pesticides. This food is the food that we're meant to eat. This is the food that lights up our cells. This is the food that helps our vehicle drive smoothly and helps us feel good. When we eat junk food and food that we're not supposed to eat, basically food that's not God's food, we clog up our vehicle and we create the conditions for disease. This causes more breakdowns and it stalls us from really living our highest potential. The health of the vehicle relies on toxins in versus toxins out. If the amount of toxins coming into the body through fast foods and junk foods and restaurant food and sweets and other things that we're not meant to eat, then the body needs to figure out a way to expel all those toxins. When we do this over a long period of time, bringing in the junk food, the body may not be able to expel the same amount of toxins that are coming in, and this creates the conditions for disease. And you've got clogged pipes in your vehicle. The great thing about using the right fuel for your vehicle, God's food, is that God's foods have fiber, and fiber helps create the peristalsis in your body that's needed to eject the toxins. Peristalsis is the natural contraction of the colon to bring the toxic waste that's in your colon down and out into the toilet. This is why constipation is so dangerous, because that means you are holding on to the toxic waste. And that toxic waste can recirculate in your transmission fluid, which is your blood, and really cause quite a problem. So the transmission fluid of our vehicle, our blood, it's really important to keep it clean. We want clean transmission fluid throughout the whole life of our vehicle. To have clean blood, we must eat God's food. God's food will be processed through the intestines and then into the bloodstream so that the blood can carry these healthy nutrients to all parts of the body and to all of our organs. All of our organs are saturated in this transmission fluid. So if we have blood that's thick and toxic, our organs are being soaked and drenched in that toxic fluid. That is not a pretty picture. So we want the blood, i.e. the transmission fluid, to be super clean, and that is through eating God's food. I promise if you bring more of God's food into your life, you will eventually see a big difference in how you feel, how you look, and how your vehicle maintains itself. Part of the health of the transmission fluid also has to do with our lymph system. Our lymphatic system is the sewage system of the body, and that helps gather up the waste in the body. And so we want to make sure that we are moving the lymph system every single day. The lymph system is activated through movement, and this is why exercise is just so important. So move your Chevrolet legs and walk. The vehicle's filters are the kidneys and the liver. These organs process toxicity for us. So we want to support our kidneys and our liver. We want to be drinking fresh water every day and staying hydrated so that our kidneys and our liver can do their jobs optimally. Waste and toxicity is the main cause of disease, and it's everywhere these days. So we need to be conscious about what's coming into our vehicle so that our body can have the easiest time filtering out the waste and excreting it from the body. So remember, think of your body as a vehicle. You can detach yourself from what you want to eat and think to yourself, what does my vehicle need? It's important to feed the vehicle what it needs, even though I want the cookies and the chips, even though I want the cupcakes and the breads and the scones. We want to separate ourselves from those desires and just think, what does my vehicle need? I know my vehicle needs God's food. I want my vehicle to run well. So it's the biggest investment you can make in your life, the investment in your health and the investment in yourself. Buy food that is good for you, buy God's food, eat God's food with every meal, bring more and more of God's food into your life every day. If you learned something from this video, check out this video next. And if you're interested in more natural health wisdom and other tips to help you live a full, healthy, happy life, then subscribe. You are a blessing. God's food.